We're wrapping up at the 92nd Australian Athletics Championships from the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stadium in Brisbane. It's been a big weekend for Bankstown, 6 athletes up here representing New South Wales and the club. And frankly, it was looking to be a disappointing weekend until we had some tremendous success this afternoon. But we'll get to that in a moment. We'll go all the way back to Friday, where Sarah Semin and Lisa Celli ran in the heats of the 400 metre hurdles. Sarah Semin ran 68.28 to be 7th in a heat and 20th overall. Obviously missing the final, but given she was ranked 22nd coming in over a season where she was really coming back into running, that's not a huge disappointment, and she obviously would have enjoyed being up here at the National Championships, an event that she's been to plenty of times. Obviously the big story in the 400 hurdles was Lisa Celli in the heats. She was reasonably impressive, 3rd in a heat, 59.63. Comfortably qualifying for the final. I think the most pleasing thing out of that was just running another consistent sub-60, mid-59 second performance. That obviously on the back of the Sydney Track Classic, her sub-60 in Melbourne, and a State Opens earlier in the season. So she was looking pretty good coming into the final. There was also the heats of the 100 metres on Friday night. We spoke yesterday about Michael Connemani, bitterly disappointing, a slip block. Saw him stagger for really the first 10 metres of the race. He really had to find his footing again, get upright, and really powered home through the line. From all accounts from Gavin, his coach, and everyone else that was here at the ground, and indeed anyone watching the replay, you could see how much he was driving through the line and working hard to get into that final. Unfortunately, he just missed out. 3rd in the heat. Meant that he wasn't an automatic qualifier. Pardon me, 4th in the heat meant that he wasn't an automatic qualifier for the semi-finals. A time of 10.84, seeing him miss out by just 1/100th of a second. Rowan Browning, the final qualifier for the semi-finals, with a time of 10.83, and of course Michael pretty convincingly having beaten Rowan Browning at the State Open, the Australian Junior final in Sydney only a couple of weeks ago. So that was disappointing in terms of Michael not making the final, but Isaac Niumoa essentially comfortably through the heats, as you'd expect from an Australian Olympian. He ran in the semi-finals last night. We spoke to Isaac, as you would have seen. He was a bit disappointed with the run. He jumped out okay, but sort of struggled a bit during that middle part of the race, which is normally his best part. Just struggled to get through in a time that he's run very consistently. You know, he's been punching out 10.4s a fair bit this season. Unfortunately, just missing out. I think he was 10.52 in the semi-final. He did miss out by a margin, and certainly wasn't hard done by in any sense. But Isaac will obviously be looking towards Rio Olympics in 2016, and he'll be looking to have a big solid off-season as he comes into the domestic season and hopefully some international meets in 2015-16. Jack Hicking went around in the pole vault for Bankstown and New South Wales. We've spoken previously about Jack. He's really been struggling a bit since coming back from that back injury, progressing through 8, 10, 12 and finally up to 16 steps. Obviously he's had a couple of no heights, but there have been some encouraging performances on the domestic meet where he's been able to get to a full run up and clear a couple of heights as a confidence booster. He was very good in the heat, cleared 480 at his first attempt, just ticked that box, no reason to do any more, and obviously qualified for the final with 10 others. He came into the final today, the first attempt at 480, cleared that comfortably. First attempt at 5 metres, cleared that as well, so that was looking quite encouraging at that stage. The bar went up to 520. And unfortunately he wasn't able to clear that height. There was one run through and a couple of knockdowns to see him miss at his 3 attempts. Obviously he's been struggling coming back from the back injury and really has just had a lack of match fitness this season. Even though he's been competing, it's been off shorter run-ups, limited preparations and interrupted preparations with the injury. World Championships and World Uni Games are obviously a much more difficult proposition now. 520 actually would have seen him be equal second today. That was the performance that was good enough to take out the silver medal at these championships, 5:35, the gold medal winning mark. So in that sense, it's actually quite encouraging knowing that he's not a long way away from the top guys in Australia at this stage. As we said, the World Champs and the World Uni Games are a tough proposition at this point, but the long game has always been the Rio Olympics in 2016, and Zuzra no doubt will give him a good, long, solid preparation aimed at Rio de Janeiro in August of next year. But the other big disappointing really story this afternoon was Kevin Moore in the 200 metres. He went through the heat quite comfortably, 21:45, third in the heat. Pardon me, didn't go through the heat quite comfortably. He missed out on the final with that time of 21:45. He's run 21:03 previously. It was a long way off his best. He's broken that 21:1 barrier quite comfortably. With Kev, it's certainly not any lack of preparation or any sort of mishaps in training. You'll see in the interview we did with him that he's been quite happy with his prep and his training. He's been struggling with that back issue for essentially all season now, since discovering after some scans that some of those pains he's been having in his calves and hamstrings have actually been referred from his back. So he'll go and get some treatment on that, probably some more scans and physiotherapy treatment, and he'll obviously be looking, as he said, to go over to Europe in May and through the middle of the year, run some of the meets over there, the Maltese National Championships, as well as some of the broader European meets. He hasn't given up, certainly, on World Championships at the end of this year, and obviously his long game is the Rio Olympics, just like Jack. And at this point, really, of the weekend, with 1 meet to go, it was looking to be a reasonably disappointing weekend for Bankstown, but then Lisa Celli brought us home. The 400 metre hurdles final taken out by Lauren Wells, 7-time Australian champion, which was something to see. But from a Bankstown perspective, it was all about a little bit further back in the field, where Lisa Celli ran a 58.97 after her 59.63 in the heat. First time under 59 seconds, third in Australia, fifth in the race with a couple of internationals making the trip over. Jumped out very well, really focused on hitting those hurdles down the back straight and not dipping time between each one. Then onto the main bend. It's been a tailwind here all afternoon with brilliant conditions, and she powered down that home straight. Bronze medal, her first national open medal after being a world champion as a junior. And she was just absolutely over the moon. When the time came up, sub 59, 58.97, you've only got to go back about 2 months to when her PB was 61.12. She's wiped over 2 seconds off that in the space of 6 weeks. And for not the first time in the last couple of months, she's been the happiest person in Australia this afternoon. But wrapping up, that was really the big good news story for Bankstown out of the weekend. Some disappointments, but all in all, a tremendous track and field season for the club. 5 Australian junior champions, 1 Australian Open medalist with Lisa Celli, and it's been a tremendous season. Thanks for sticking with us. We're going to have some more news next week from the Australian Masters, and obviously as we get towards Beijing and the World Championships later in the year. It's been a great season. Thanks for sticking with us, and that's it for us at the Australian Athletics Championships.